straight and all this other stuff.
Okay, so who do we have with us here today?
Omar Big O Crookshank, the owner and head instructor of Crush Crew Jiu Jitsu.
Awesome. So we are going to start with a few questions. And I am going to pass you the card.
Oh, I gotta read them? Oof. Ah, man.
That's just going to be our
I would
interview.
say that's not one of my strong suits.
Oh,
All
goodness.
right, well,
You choke people. It's
I,
okay.
I do choke people.
All right, what's the first one?
I can't do this one.
Why?
Some of them I can't do. It
Okay.
depends on who. Tubi or Netflix. We'll do that one.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. I've never seen Tubi, but I've seen clips on Tubi, and it looks fun. It doesn't look like the best quality, but it looks fun. You know what I mean?
You have to take a weekend one day and watch TV. They do have quality films on there, but the other ones are just funny.
Man, I saw one where they were like, "Yo, get her a soda," and they took out like a bottle of water, and then next frame was a soda. Yeah,
I
I've seen
love
stuff like
Tubi.
that. Yeah, I like stuff like that.
All right, next
All right,
question.
next question. If you were to change your name, what would it be?
Mhm.
So that's actually a good question. My grandfather's name was Gladstone Crookshank.
What was it?
Gladstone,
Oh, I like that.
Jamaican, you know. So my father wanted to name me that. And my mother was like, no, we're in America. You're not doing that.
Hmm.
Excuse me, I burped. So Gladstone Crookshank, 'cause I think I could have pulled that off. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm a happy guy, so
That's dope.
they call me like Gladdy or something like that, you know? Who would play you in a biopic?
Yeah.
They always call me Green Mile.
I knew you was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I've gotten that quite a bit. When I was younger, they used to call me Bubba Gump, like Bubba. Yeah, you know, because they said, I don't know, maybe it was my bottom lip, who knows? But you know, in certain African cultures, the bottom lip is a sign of royalty.
Hmm.
So is the stomach. So you know,
So you went
I'm
there.
royalty. Yeah, I'm there. I'm one of them. Come from royalty. I tell people that all the time. Actually, would you rather be older, younger, or not change a thing? Um, I would like to. I'd rather be a little younger.
How much
Yeah,
younger?
you know, young enough where I can't hurt myself from moving. So I would say
Okay.
anything under 40 would be good.
Oh my, you act like you're that much older.
Listen,
You're so funny.
man, my hip popped a couple of months
Oh
ago,
my goodness.
and it was something where it should not have popped from, and it sounded like a gunshot or something like that. So, and it felt like my leg was gone. So that wouldn't have happened, then, you know. Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it happens. I'm back.
Next question.
The kid is back. You know. Are you a traditional man? 100%.
I was gonna say you better say yes.
Yeah, yeah, 100% am. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, I consider myself a family man.
Hmm.
I consider myself a man that'll stick up for others.
Hmm.
I consider myself a man that gets the job done when it has to get done.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
And I choke people, like you said, yeah. So,
That's traditional.
yeah, that's, yeah. I'm a finisher, you know. Let's see. Are you good with finances? I could be better with finances.
Okay,
I'll say that.
that's good.
You know, I understand what I'm supposed to do, but when it comes to taking care of things I need to take care of, you know, instead of saving money, sometimes I'll do that. You know, something I will be better at this year. I am working on it as we speak.
Awesome.
So hopefully I'm not too muffled
You're right here,
when
so
I'm
you're
doing.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. It just might sound like somebody's grabbing my throat.
You're fine.
Everything is jujitsu. Top three turnoffs. Right. I'm married, so
It could be in
yeah,
just in
yeah.
general.
Top three turnoffs. Armpit hair. Yeah, I don't like that. Yo, whenever we're
Male
watching a
and
show,
female?
no, female. Anytime we're watching a show and a chick's got armpit hair, it's like, golly, do something with your life. You know what I mean? It's not
Who's
the
he braided?
80s. That's even
Does it
worse.
mean something?
The fact that I can see it is is a negative. You know, 100%. I was gonna say a plus zero. Well, that might be all three turnoffs, really. Anything else?
It could be in business.
Yeah, I don't like people that are like mean to kids.
Hmm.
I don't like people like that. So that I don't know if that's a turn off. I mean, it doesn't turn me on if they're nice to,
I know what you
you know what I
mean.
mean? So I guess that's more like things I don't like. I don't like people that are mean to women either. So
That's your three.
yeah, that's my three. That's my, whew, it's tough. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I like if I could have breakfast for all three of them, I would. Unless it's wings. If it's wings, I'd have that for all three. But like
You can have wings for breakfast.
some
Thanks.
pancakes. Oh yeah, if I could like a good breakfast sandwich
Uh-huh.
or three of them,
Or
I
three.
would do that. Yeah, I would do that. If I could have nine, like three for like breakfast, three for lunch, and I've done close to that before.
You're a simple man.
I am very simple.
As long as
If
it's
it has some
tasty.
ketchup too, it's even better. Uh, how does a woman spending money on you feel? When I was younger, and I didn't have much, and I almost felt like I didn't know any better. I was okay with it. Now, if she's spending money on me because I want to do something myself, I don't really like it as much. You gotta man up. You know what I mean? Take charge of certain situations. So younger me, was okay with it. Older
Right.
me is like, do some push-ups. Man up. So,
You and your push-ups. Everything is just
yo,
some
if
push-ups.
you can't do it, then you know, if you can't do five push-ups, I'll say five. It should be like 10.
I think I can do
Yeah, but you're not a guy. You're very far from a guy. But like, if you're a guy, you can't do at least 10. Start calling you Mrs. Gent or brute, and why? I am a gentle brute. you know. I am gentle to those I'm supposed to be gentle with, and I am a brute when it's time to be a brute. Right? Like you know, my students that are coming in now, when it's time to get the job done, we're gonna get it done. There's no water breaks, there's nothing like that. We're gonna get the job done. So I'm a gentle brute. Does that count?
I would say, yeah, whatever your
All
answer
right.
is.
Favorite compliment to receive.
Ooh, I like this one.
You know what's weird about me? So I grew up feeling stupid, right, and ugly. That's what I felt. So a compliment to me never felt like a compliment because I always felt like it was going to come with something right after it. I don't feel those ways now.
That's good.
But so compliments are always weird to me. When I get compliments from people like where I grew up, like North Hills, or family, like cousins and stuff like that, or my aunts and uncles, no, I take those. They mean a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm learning how to take them. You know what I mean? Take compliments. So, but I don't even know if that was a question. My favorite compliment? I don't know. Somebody told me
No,
that.
no, I liked your
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. I don't even know what my favorite
Like, oh,
compliment
you
is.
swooped that guy so well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, you heard him. You heard him very well. Ask Clutch.
Ooh, you get to ask me a
I
question
gotta
now.
ask you a question. All right. What was your motivation in starting a male clothing line?
I'm feeling so hard because literally everybody that's been on this podcast has asked me that.
All right, I'm asking you
No,
something. No, no, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
want to
no, no,
answer it.
no.
It's just
All right, well, no, I'm
interesting
asking
that
you a different
that's what
question.
people want to know.
When yeah, you work with men a lot, or you've been around men,
Yes.
what was a moment where you felt the safest around a man?
Ooh.
Nobody asked you that before.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Like, meaning like something a man can do or
has
specifically?
done. Yeah,
Um,
where you felt okay, this guy will protect me. This guy has my back.
when they're not trying to um, talk to me in my feelings.
Okay.
That means a lot because it's like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a girl, yes. But when they don't lead with that, they kind of let your guard down. And then when they just don't even mention it at all, it makes you feel like safe. Like, oh, he doesn't, care
Good. That's
about
why
that.
we're friends.
Yeah.
Cause I am okay. My wife is a okay.
Yes. That's what I love about you. That's why I said
Yeah.
I know you're a traditional man because you play no games.
Yeah.
And even with the
Yeah.
cards, you were like, I can't answer this. I'm married. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cute. You
Yeah.
want
And
more?
I plan to stay that way. Yep.
Good. Yes.
Yeah. What animal would you be? I'd be a bear panther mix, like
A
my
bear.
logo.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I'm fast and agile, but I'm a big dude. Yeah.
And cuddly.
Yeah. I used to be able to do like back handsprings and all that stuff. Yeah. Not
Let
anymore.
me see.
Yeah. Yo, last time I tried to do one, I was showing off for my wife. We were going out, and some kids in the neighborhood. I don't even know how they heard, but they were like, "Yeah, I heard you could do."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll do one right now." As a matter of fact, and I did it in the field, and I don't even know how I got that close, but I had all this grass in my head.
Yeah.
They said I came like this close to busting my head on the ground. So it was the last time I ever did that. So yeah. Now I could do like the worm. I can still do the worm, and I could do the like a round off. That's all I got left.
I think, were you at a wedding the last time you did
That's the
one?
only time I do it. Yeah, my best
I'm
friend
going to
got
try to find
married.
a clip.
Yeah, my best friend got married, and my cousin. I was the best man in both of those weddings. And the worm had to pause. The worm had to come out. Yeah.
Wait, what? We can wrap this up unless you want to do one more.
Yeah, we can do a couple more.
Okay.
Build your perfect woman. Where's the camera at? My
Your
wife.
wife.
That's my perfect woman.
I love that. Yes.
Let's see. Uh, how would you describe falling in love to someone who has never experienced it? So you know what's funny? The only reason I had my head turned on this card is because it was such a long thing, and I was like, I'm going to have to read this out loud. That's the only reason
You
why I
did
turned my head.
well.
So, thank you. So, falling in love is being around that woman and her or whatever your partner is, and not and them not getting on your nerves, right? That's what it is.
Somebody's going to get on yours at least
I
once.
mean, not a good couple months. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like if I at first car ride, I'm like, I wish this chick would get out my car. Then yeah, there's no way in the world that's gonna work. You know what I mean? And that's like the initial stages, and then of course there's more as you're going along. Like she has to believe if you have a game plan, which I think every man should have a game plan. She's got to be one of want to be a part of that. You know,
Wait, so how long
that
have you been married?
17 years. May 24th will be 17 years.
Where'd you meet?
I met her in high school. Yeah. She liked the way I drank ketchup. No, she didn't. Nah, actually, as a matter of fact, she told another girl, "Don't talk to me because I drank ketchup." But whatever, it worked out in her favor.
She knew
So,
what she was doing.
yeah, that was her game plan. So we knew each other in high school, but never, spoke like that. I saw her on the train when I was getting done a job, and we exchanged phone numbers. That was like 7 years later. So, and then we've been cool ever since. Yeah,
Of course you're cool.
yeah. We've been homies. Yeah. Are you a good partner?
Oh, that's a good transition.
Oh, I don't know.
Taller.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She'd be like, Psh. It depends on the situation,
Okay.
right? So as far as with my children, I think I'm a very good partner. As far as a provider, I think I'm a very good partner. I don't put up with certain things that she probably wishes I could put up with, you know. And I'm kind of short when it comes to certain things also. Like if it's something we spoke about before, like 100 times, I'm a lot shorter with those things. So I think in that, on that level, you know, I'm not a good partner. And also, when it's time to be firm on certain things, this is something I'm horrible at. If we have a discussion about something and I say, hey, this isn't a good idea, and you decide to do it anyway, and it doesn't go the way you want it to go, I'm usually like, you know,
You rub it in?
no, I just don't feel like fixing it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know how rubbing it is. Like, this is what you wanted, you know. That's not the best trait, you know, as a partner. So I would say I have my good moments and I have my bad moments too.
You're human.
I'm a human. Yeah, I am a human. Sounds like I'm not one. What is my Sunday downtime routine? Good question. Football season, it's football. If it's not football, basketball. Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say something else, but I'm not gonna say anything else.
Say whatever you want to say.
Well, it'd have to be edited out, but you know, got another ass clutch.
Okay, that's the last one.
All right, yeah. The questions are rough. Yeah. Okay, all right, okay. You have a son. What type of man do you want your son to be when he becomes an adult?
Me and boy form.
Okay, all right.
And I mean that wholeheartedly
Yeah,
because I'm ambitious. I don't care about the word no. I'm steadfast. I'm loyal. Unfortunately, I'm the sole provider. So that's why I said, me, but in male form.
yeah.
Caring, I'm kind, I'm intelligent. Yeah, me and boy form.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like that. That's a very good thing. If money and bills weren't an option, what would you do all day? Jiu-jitsu. That's the professional answer. I would do jiu-jitsu all day, every
Okay.
day. Crush crew for life. What makes you stand out from other men? So many things. You know what I mean?
Besides you being like
Yeah, I can juggle.
tall,
You know what I mean? I can. You know. What makes me stand out? I think I'm definitely an individual. I don't know, the way I think is different, I guess, for the most part. I don't know if anything else makes me stand out. I'm a big black dude, you know, that knows how to defend himself and other people. I think other men are like that. I don't know. I think that separates me from other men, or makes me stand out from other men, is that I can sympathize with others. You know, I can see things from other people's point of view. I'm not sure everybody can do that. So if they can, you know, then so be it. But that's what I do. Yeah.
awesome. I like that.
Let's make this the last. No, you don't want this one.
No, I don't care. Go ahead.
Another ask question? All right. All right.
I was just joking.
I thought you were gonna be like, I said no more. Okay. All right. What type of, you can't say like you. What type of man do you want your daughter to marry?
I don't want him to be like me.
Okay. All right.
I want him to be her equal and opposite.
Okay.
I want him to be able to lead her if she's very strong. Whereas I'm like, oh baby, I'm supporting her, I'm pushing her, but I do want her counterpart to be able to let me know how about we don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I want him to listen to her. I want him to make me laugh.
Make sure you change the level that way.
Have a great experience traveling with her. Tell her she's pretty.
Okay, all right, all right. You have a very beautiful daughter, so I'm sure that won't be hard for him to say. Unless he's an animal, and then you call me.
Then I can joke about
Yeah,
myself.
exactly. Yeah,
Wait, but
exactly.
before we go,
Yeah.
what do you have to do? Please tell us about your business.
Ooh, okay. So what I'm promoting is my school, Crush Crew Jiu-Jitsu. That's the same name as the website, only .com at the end of it. We have a free self-defense seminar on March 29th at 5 p.m. It's free for women and teen girls. We gotta get back to to women and teen girls, especially for Women's History Month. Especially since I was raised by so many amazing women. Go to my website, crushthroughjujitsu.com. We have an online store, got a lot of amazing, thin hoodies. We got polo shirts on there. Got some shorts. We got tank tops. We got all different types of stuff on
Make
there.
duffel bags.
Duffel bags will be on there. We got button-down shirts with the Jamaican logo on them. All different types of things.
Awesome.
And go to jensenboots.com also. Yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Saying good. Oh, anything you wanted to talk about? Anything that's on your mind that you feel like the world needs to hear?
Ooh, pedophiles got to get beat up. Yeah, yeah.
I'm keeping that in there.
Yeah. You can. Yeah. You know how hard it is for me not to get my guys to start like a vigilante squad and go beat up pedophiles.
I'm just saying, if you decide to, it's really popular on YouTube right now. You
I
can raise
yeah,
some money.
yeah. Those are my heroes. Yo, I saw one where the guys they lifted the pedophile up, threw him up in the air, and the other guy slapped him out the air. That's one of my favorite.
Well, you need a camera girl like I
Oh
do.
my gosh, yeah, the setup person, yeah. Yeah. I got the video too. There was an old karate instructor. He's not even old. And he used to teach my two cousins, and he was sending my younger cousin pictures like with his shirt off and things like I didn't like. So I spoke to him on Facebook back then. He got a little fly with me, and then disappeared. Could not find him, and I just happened to see him 2 years ago, maybe, at the Wawa right down the street. So I saw him. I forgot who he was. I was like, "Hey!" And he just waved at me. I was like, I hope you're not a pervert still. Yeah, I said that loud too. I was like, I hope you're not a pervert still.
You're
I was like, yeah, you gotta change, And he kind of dipped out right when I said that. So I was telling my cousin, and I was like, dang, I should have gotten an apology from my family, because we're real protective of my family. So I saw him the next week at the Wawa. I got a video apology from him at the Wawa. I was hoping he was gonna be like, no, I'm not apologizing, so I could have, ripped his shirt and slammed him into some stuff. But he apologized. I want to post it, but I don't know how to take their names out of it. On it. But if I figure it out, I'm posting it. So I think he's still a karate instructor for America. Yeah, you'll teach me how? I appreciate it. Yeah, other than that, hey, it's Crush Crew. Yeah, throw it the seas. Yeah.
I appreciate you so
I
much.
appreciate you too. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
that's a
you.
wrap.
All right, thank you.
That's awesome.
That was all.